Okay, this is recording again. I don't know what.
Oh, you can see the
the red light on, and it's gonna die because I was hoping to have the cord plugged in so I could just record endlessly. But it'll. I don't know how long it'll take to die, but it does.
Okay. I'm all about experimentation. Just do it and see what happens.
Yeah. Right. Yes. But it might record an hour. It might record less.
Yeah.
Okay. So
see all of that stuff at the beginning, so we can put that in the feed.
Again, this is not live.
Do we need to do a sound check?
Yes, I'm going to do a sound check, but I'm going to do a sound check now. Let's just go ahead and do that. It's easy. So we're recording. I can hear my voice fine. If you can just talk about these pretzels for a moment.
These pretzels are great. Okay. Mint is one of my favorite things, and you add yogurty cream to it and nostalgia. God, it's the best.
Because it brings you back to childhood?
Yeah, it makes me think of simpler times. I mean, and it's like, even from like a very specific way, like you go to the grocery store now and you don't even know what to buy sometimes, you know, especially Elwood or like the fancy section of Publix or something. It's like too many options.
Oh, that was good.
That was a little bit, it has like a, it has an initial kind of flavor, and then a middle flavor, and it ends on kind of nutty saltiness.
That was tastier than expected. I'm not going to eat them while recording.
We'll make it work.
But, you know.
Maybe just in the morning. Yeah. Get a little bit of blood sugar spike.
I've already got a soda.
You know, it's not full calories, so I feel like I brought you a bit of a weird soda, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's alright. And then I've got tea, which is like, this thing is like 10% honey or something like that. Like, it's a lot of honey.
Nice.
Sitting here, which I'm waiting for it to get.
Do you have a Wi-Fi that I can join?
It's have time to talk to the different event organizers in the area. You know, with their charities, that kind of thing. The bike shops. Braden said he would do an episode.
Oh, great.
So talk to different bike shops. Also, I like to talk to the bike mechanics. To kind of like know your bike shop, know your bike mechanic. Like, I'd like to some of the smaller bike shops and also the smaller bike groups. Like, I don't really have a segue into those the smaller, just like impromptu bike groups. So I would also like to speak to representative people who ride in those groups, kind of to get their feel of cycling in the area. All right. We will start. We are recording now. All right.
Great. I did move my mic around, so I want to make sure that.
Yeah, you're fine enough there. I'm pretty sure. Welcome. Also, even though we're recording, I'm clearly going to ask stuff that I already know, but let's record.
Sure.
Who are you? I hope you know.
I'm Brantley Tyndall.
Okay.
I've lived in Richmond for about 15 years.
How did you get started riding? I think that's my leading question. How did you get started bike riding? Let's go with that. Like, the riding you kind of do now. Like, not, I rode on a tricycle, but like.
Well, that's funny. Actually, I'd love to start with that. You know, I was digging through some pictures of my dad's house recently, and I found a picture of me with like that quintessential training wheels bike. I think I was 4. You know, like, I was cute, and I'm sure had mud on my face or something. But I do like to think about that. Mm-hmm. I rode a lot as a kid, but when I think about, you know, when I kind of the second chapter of riding, I was in college at VCU in 2007, and I've got. You know, I'd love to start with a point of humility where I crashed my car in Oregon Hill. I'm just going to go right into it. I hit a parked car that was, to my credit, they were parked almost 45 degrees from the corner, and I thought that I could fit through the gap, and I didn't.
Okay.
I also had bronchitis at the time, and just by the stars aligning the exact wrong way, I had a painful cough. Yeah. And I closed my eyes for a split second as I was trying to make it through this gap. Okay. And I'm like 20 or something like this.
Sure. Yeah.
And just by the confluence of all of that, I hit this car, and my very inexpensive car was totaled, and I didn't have a car for a while. And it's like, well, you know, I've spent my time in downtown Richmond. I'm going to school at VCU, and I got a bike at Fantastic Thrift for $75. I took it to Bunny Hop Bike Shop when they were still on Gray Street across from Ipanema, and actually Luke is a lifelong friend of mine now. And he got me patched up, and that was kind of the start of that chapter.
Okay. When did it go from I'm just riding to I'm helping out in the community? Like when did that kind of, was there some thing that kind of segued into that, or was it just like I'm gonna be involved? Like what happened?
Well, I think actually probably those happened in reverse.
Okay.
My career, I guess, as I got started and I got focused on bikes, was in the environmental movement, and I was a student organizer at VCU around the time that An Inconvenient Truth came out. There was a big kind of national zeitgeist around climate change and sustainability, and I helped convince the university to start a sustainability program, and then they hired me to be the bike person. And so I didn't know what I was doing. I was recently graduated, and I think they picked me to be the bike person because I bike commuted, and I was the only one. So it was an opportunity to become an expert on those things. And then Sportsbackers hired me to, I guess, be their second staff person at Bike Park RVA, which was formed in 2012. So it's not a super old program, but we have been around for a while now. So I started racing while I was at VCU, but I think I really went off the deep end around the time that I also went to Sportsbackers.
Okay. All right. So those sound like they happen, hand in hand. Okay. All right.